typing, but I'll try not to do that super loud since my microphone's
Oh
not
no,
good.
it's fine, it's fine. Hello!
Okay. Hello, hello everyone.
Hello, friends! Hello! It's been 84 years. 84 exactly. I'm old. Hello.
Everyone.
We're depressed.
I mean,
We're, well, somewhat depressed. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let me turn some of this up here. So we have something in the background going.
yeah. Hi, sweaty. It's a me, an Ebu.
I could barely hear shit. Oh, no, now I can hear shit. Oh, let me turn that down. Cool, so we can chat. Ebu is really quiet. You see? See? Talk. Speak.
Sorry. I just thought usually I'm really loud, so
Better,
I told her to
better,
turn her down.
better. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I had this under wraps, but you know,
Oh,
you made me
oh,
doubt myself, and then I turned you
sorry,
down.
Matt. I'm just telling you, like majority of the time, I'm just really loud in your streams.
Is this better? Hello. Still quiet? Talk. Ah.
Sorry.
Better, better.
Panic sounds. Sorry, guys. I'm also not
Like a
super close to the
fair
microphone.
amount. Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. One moment.
okay.
Talk again?
more panic noises.
More panic.
Sorry. Yeah, more panic noises.
She's like a third of your volume. Oh my
Oh, am I
god.
really that quiet? Maybe I
Alright,
just
one
hate my
moment.
voice.
One moment, one moment, one moment.
I don't like hearing my voice on the stream. I sound different.
Is
I
it
haven't been
because we
muted.
messed with the volume of OBS in general?
Computery.
Computery.
Sound. Do I sound like robotic? Do I sound fine? Interesting.
I have music going. I don't know if you can hear it. Is
Oh.
that interrupting her? No music at all.
No, there's some music.
Okay,
It's just music is really, really quiet.
I think I understand what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna turn you down again real quick. Do you remember, Cyan, when we messed with the audio to see if we can get the oh my brain, what is it called again? The stinger. The stinger to go. We yeah, we changed the volume on that, so I'm gonna put it back up. Okay, try now. Speak. Oh no, sorry.
No, is it better? Is it worse? I can't really tell.
This is better.
I I have the volume muted on my end now, or it's super low, so I can't really tell anymore.
Yeah, see it. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. I'll just blow my ears out with the transition. It's fine.
Oh.
Sounds good. Kome,
Whoa.
hello. Let me put the music back down, and then you should be able to hear it. There you go. Hello.
Let's see. Hello, hello.
Back after a while with technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been a
I
hot minute.
totally missed this. But yeah, hello. If we're Gucci, uh, this is mostly just a chatting stream. We wanted to talk about our weekend, our experience, what went down, what didn't went down. No, we weren't expecting
Oh.
really anything, but things happened. A lot of interesting things happened, and honestly, I have no idea. I totally forgot to thank you for the resub, Colmy. Thank you for the resub.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys haven't really seen me in 4 days. I've been at Calgary Comic Entertainment Expo. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So you guys already knew the issue that arose before the con itself. It has been 84 years. I haven't seen you guys in so long. Please.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I don't think this is aligned very nicely. I'm just gonna put this at the center. I
Okay,
don't give
okay.
a dang. Hold on. Haven't used VTube Studio for a while.
In a hot minute. Mm-hmm.
In the hottest of minutes. Do I even remember how to use this? I don't know. And our voices are kind of shot. There we go. Perfect. Oh yeah. And we could just like reiterate what happened before con, you know, like their registration system for Artist Alley is a bit last minute. If
It's questionable.
yeah,
To
where
say the
you get
least.
like you only get the email 2 or 3 weeks to confirm whether or not you actually have a table because they need you to sign the contract.
Mhm.
and they would email you this contract. And I'm just sitting here waiting, prepaid for the table, because in order to really even sign up, it's kind of like a deposit in some way, I guess is the best way to put it.
Right.
And we did that quite early on. So thankfully we did get a table, and I got that email 2 to 3 weeks before convention. But here's the thing, like I don't start my stuff unless I'm certain that I'm getting a table. So that was what the print rush was for that while, where all I was doing was just, drawing fan art or drawing things that I want to sell. And we've been through that. I've streamed a little bit of that. The rest of the time I was kind of just sitting, um not in silence. I was listening to some music, but sitting on my own and just focusing on finishing those prints for the last little while. Uh, I don't know about Ebu. Were you rushing stickers stuff? Well, here's the
I
thing, you're rushing
surprisingly
charm stuff.
I was watching some charm stuff, but in the end, I wasn't super pressed for time or whatnot. If anything, I
Mm-hmm.
was more so having to rely on external factors to really, push me forward to make the
Mm-hmm.
charms. And unfortunately, it didn't. It kind of fell through. The plans didn't exactly come to fruit. So
Yes. Yeah,
we had
go
to
for
make
it.
some alternate arrangements.
So she managed to obviously finish her charm designs and stuff, and she did, send them in, and she paid for express shipping. You guys already know the story, but I'll say it again. But um, you know, closer to con, maybe like a week before, I think,
Yep.
like around a week before
Right.
it happens. Uh, it's still not here, and you get an email, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so she gets an
Oh.
email asking, like, hey, did you not like the charms? Because apparently they got a package where the charms are sent back to them. And Ibu's here, like, what? What?
Uh, I was so like I didn't know what to believe. I was like, did you either forget to send the charms to me or like what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my I would what I would say what I call her. I guess my contact was
Mm-hmm.
saying was really confused, saying like, did you not like them? And I said no, like I haven't received them. I've been waiting on them for the last 2 3 weeks. And she said, oh. Um, I mean, they were still in the office apparently, and then after a while, if things don't get sent back, they get sent back to the original, building and whatnot. So she said, "Oh, they'll arrive in about 2 weeks' time." And I said, I
2 weeks time.
I can't, yeah, I can't wait for 2 weeks because con's happening in a week." So I did some talking back and forth with her, and ultimately, I got most of the refund back.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But unfortunately, because they actually made the product, they had to
yeah,
subtract, labor
there
funds
was
and stuff, and
product and
product funds and stuff
labor
like
costs and
that.
whatnot, which
Yeah.
I don't mind. It's whatever.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
understandable, but kind of,
so I don't know
it's
whether or not.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not she'll keep the package for me for like future things. I honestly don't mind. I wouldn't mind if there was a convention that was going to soon, like right away. But
Hmm.
I'm not.
Like, you
So
wouldn't have canceled if we were tabling at Otafest.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Jade, how are you?
Shade.
You,
We could
buddy?
tell that we met Shade
Yeah, we just
later.
skipped on. It was great.
Yeah. But yeah, we unfortunately we made it to the day um without her charms. But here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. So in replacement of those charms, yeah, you got it was even in the other stream where I was like talking to her while she was ordering stickers as a replacement.
Hmm.
Like it
That's
was
right.
the fastest last minute thing we can think of or decide that our local printer has. So Ebu went to order stickers of those charm designs instead, you know? And then she ordered express shipping on that too, correct? And we would
Yeah,
think,
yes.
you know, it would arrive on time. Like my prints arrived pretty close to the day, not super close, maybe like 1 or 2 days before con itself. But her stickers didn't. Like she didn't get the email for it. And you know, this is like also 2 days before con, and we're like, okay, no, there's still one more day left, really, for that email to arrive. The day comes and no email. And we're like,
Yeah.
if that's the case, the maximum, because she chose 2 day like shipping, well, not shipping, but like production time, that's the word for it.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like if they don't get the email by morning of con, then they don't make that time, and you know they're not doing their job.
Yeah.
So morning of con, my voice is going, oh my god. One moment. Ha 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 ha. Ah, oh boy. That's gonna be happening a lot. Yeah, so morning of con, she doesn't get the email. Thankfully, you know, the convention itself started at 2,
Hmm.
like 2 in the afternoon, 2 p.m. Uh so we thought, you know, if the email came, we would have enough time to drop by, grab those uh stickers and go to convention, right? Like that just seemed perfectly ideal and perfectly fine. But did not get that email. And you know, we were super lenient about it, and we headed towards con. And you know, oh, we didn't even tell about pre-setup. Oh my god.
Oh, the drama. Oh yeah.
Oh, the
I love
pre-setup.
it. The beef.
Oh, but we're not, well. We probably shouldn't have it on record. What we
Oh
say.
wow.
We'll tell about the struggle of setup though. Like, so we thought we had the right measurements for our poles. So how we do our poles is we use PVC pipes. My throat is dying again. You continue
And
the
connectors.
story as I die.
No, we have a simple setup, like nothing super extravagant or anything. So we use PVC pipes that are cut in certain lengths to fit our table. Now, we had previously at a different con of ours had the right measurements for like a 7-foot table because they gave us 8-foot long tables at that other con. But this one that we went to, uh this one only provided 6-foot long tables, and we had a 7-foot long display prepared. Now we find out that it's too long when we get there and put it all together, and we try and lift it. I see that we're about to, put it against the table, and we find out it's like a foot longer than the actual table. So, out of desperation, I would say, Phantom suggested we should just take the middle pole section because we have supporting poles in the middle too, in order to give it some more structure and to not collapse on us because we have had that happen before. And we decided to just use the combination of both poles from the middle and shorten it to make a 6-foot long table instead. Now, we didn't have any supporting poles in the middle. We didn't have a supporting pole running down in the middle either. So it was kind of a little flimsy at times, but we made it work, Like we decided to just stick with that. and then figure out the pole situation, middle pole situation later.
It was a
Thought,
gamble, but like,
yeah,
I thought it I'm like, no, I think it should be short enough now for the middle section to stay sturdy. But it's like kind of like what else can we do? You know? It
yes,
was
exactly.
we needed to get set up or you know. I don't think we would have made it on time for setup on any of the other days because it was the best we could do. And you
Yeah,
know what? It worked out. It worked out just
it
fine.
worked out great, actually.
We were still a tiny bit concerned of the middle, but we thought maybe we have like a whole bunch of extra poles at my place. So we here's the stupid thing. We knew the measurements of what we needed, right? For
Yeah,
the center pole. And we're like, yeah, no, we have everything we need. So we come back to my place after we're done setup. Which, by the way, we had a very, very, very nice table partner to our left. She was great. She was fantastic. Has wonderful art. I'll show later.
oh my goodness, she's
Yeah.
so sweet.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
sweetest. So
That's
nice. Oh my gosh. She'll probably be at Otafest as well, and but we'll get to that. But yeah, we managed to finish this makeshift Tetris thing that we did, taking different poles and putting it somewhere else type of deal. And yeah, we made it back, and yeah, we found the poles we needed. Like we had the connectors, we had the
Yeah.
lengths we needed. Even brought one shorter pole with us just in case. Guess what? It was too long
Yep.
somehow.
Uh,
I still don't understand how that math did not add up. I really don't. I'm thinking maybe it was the connector lengths that pushed it so far, but like at the same time, what?
we're still.
I'll never know.
I don't know. What I won't know for sure. We didn't have a tape measure or anything to properly measure it either, so it's kind of sucked.
No, well, I had the meter stick thing. I
No, no, I
measured.
meant, I meant like our table for
Oh,
whatever reason. Like,
we didn't
yeah,
like measure the table ones, but we had to assume because we already wrote down the
that's true. We
measurements
had a
on it.
we had a 4 foot pole plus a 2 foot pole. That means 6 feet.
That
And
means six
yet
foot.
somehow the poles that we brought in were still too
That we
long. Like,
measured out.
yeah,
It's not. I am so confused.
yeah, it was probably connector though. They do add about a centimeter or two in
Yeah.
between.
My God. Yeah, it looked perfectly fine. Like we weren't super worried. It was just kind of like question mark, question mark.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. So thankfully set up, you know, after that scare was fine. We obviously because of the change of sizing, we had to kind of readjust where I put certain prints because we had it all planned out.
Yep.
We're like, we put this one here, 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 and then like aligned it. We did this before setup, even like at my place, and we had it all planned out and we knew where we wanted to put things. But then obviously that all changed when we found out that it was a smaller table. But you know that we managed to figure that out. We took quite a bit of time over there. Kind of overstayed for half an hour, but that's okay. Nobody like kicked us out or anything. But yeah, so we managed to finish that, and then obviously the next morning. Wow, my voice! Do you hear this? I'm a smoker.
Hydrate, hydrate,
I've been hydrating, girl.
hydrate some more.
Okay, fine, I'll hydrate some more. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, buddy. The double hydrate. I appreciate that. But yeah, then the obviously the whole we did not get an email. Hydrate before you dihydrate. I will
Okay.
try. But yes, uh day of con did not get that email for the stickers. We are sad times, but
Mm-hmm.
we still had to go to con. So we had everything packed, we ate some breakfast, right? I think my parents made me breakfast today. Yeah,
Good
yeah, we
breakfast.
made us
Yes.
some good brekkie, and we headed on our way after lifting up so much shit. It was so heavy. Oh, paper is heavy because we had like suitcases and bags and oh man. But yeah, we loaded up Ebu's car and we headed on our way. So we bought a 4-day parking pass. Thank God they had that. Managed to get a decent spot, and we headed in. And we started setting up the table, and since we didn't have Ebu's stickers yet, like we had to somehow fill the table, and we weren't sure how we were gonna do that because our plan is like, or what we do is that I fill the display, like the back display, because
Yes.
I mainly focus on prints, while Ibu focuses on like trinkets, like charms, yeah, stickers and stuff, like postcard prints and stuff like that. So smaller items to fill our table, or it would be empty because I don't make any of those stuff, or at least I didn't plan any. So what we had to do was we had to fill our charm board with old stock. I had a few charms that I was able to put in, and Ebu had like two charms that she could put there. Uh, that was the best we could do for the time being, and that we managed to get that set up. We got pulled through. I suppose we had a little clearance folder thing of like old prints that we could put on the table. We had her postcard prints. Yeah, and we just kind of had to start the day like that. And you know what? The day went by pretty well. It felt kind of long the first day, yet it was the shortest day technically, honestly. Like
Yes.
for all four. In the middle though, you called the printing place, right?
Yes, I
You
did.
may tell the story. Go for it.
So oh god. Okay, so I out of curiosity, right? I wasn't sure why they had not sent me a call or text or an email regarding my order. Now, eh, I'm not the type of person to like rush anyone. I certainly don't like to be rushed, so I don't want to rush anyone either. But, I kind of needed these prints, like I don't want to go about the rest of the con and not have anything. So I decided to call up the printing company and kind of inquire what was going on because, well, I would like to know what's going on. So I call and, the guy picks up and he said, hello, the usual formalities and whatnot. And I said, yeah, I'd just like to know the status of my order. And he said, sure. So I decide to go ahead and tell him, and he said, "Oh, we're kind of backed-ordered quite a bit, and your stickers won't be ready until Monday. Is that okay?" And I had to take a moment to process that. You see, Monday. Did this guy really say Monday? Okay, so then
Yeah, he said
I told him,
Monday.
yeah.
Monday.
So
This
then
is
I,
the convention ends on Sunday.
Yeah. So I I said, "Oh no, like I I really needed the stickers because I'm at the Calgary Comic, convention right now." And he said, "Oh, is it this week?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Oh, um, let me call the protection team right now and get back to you within an hour." So then I said, "Okay." And, you know, he goes ahead and, does his magic or whatever, gets in touch with the owner actually, and so long story short, I get a call from him, and he says that the company was hit with a series of COVID cases. A lot of his employees were down, and that he would be able to have the entire order ready tomorrow by around 10 o'clock in the morning. And I said, perfect. Okay, I can't say or tell him to have it sooner. I'm just glad that he can even get it ready at all at this
Oh
point.
yeah, we were so depressed
Yeah,
when we
yeah,
got the like first call because they're like, oh, the stickers aren't done.
yeah. And they clearly
Yeah,
weren't.
they really, really weren't. And we're like, oh shit, dude. Like, we thought they were still like in production. Like, we thought maybe they were gonna work on it that day or
Mhm.
something. But no, we wouldn't have gotten it if she didn't
Yep,
call.
not great. So,
Yeah.
uh, so we go and first day of convention passes. It's a-okay.
Anything
Nothing
else happen
to.
on first day of con? I don't know if I don't
No.
think anything like major happened.
Mm-mm. Things get spicier once Friday comes
Things
around.
get spicier. It's true. It do get kind of spicy.
So, oh my goodness. So, okay, Friday comes around. Me and Phantom are getting ready to head out to pick up the stickers and whatnot. Meatball spicy? I mean, not not so much meatball spicy. More like jalapeno
Jalapeno
spicy.
spicy. Okay.
Not
But
like actual spicy, but metaphorically
yeah,
spicy.
yeah, yeah. So
Um,
our goal was to get those stickers.
yeah, I'll go always get the stickers. 10 o'clock rolls around. I call a company, and they say that
Well,
they're not
because
done.
they mentioned to you that they will email you, like you should get the email next morning saying to come pick them up, and if they
Yes,
don't, that we should go either way.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Now we were still lenient because we left close to around 10:30 at that point. Actually, we gave
Yeah.
them so much time. Um,
Because
and
convention started at 11:30 at that
11:30.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we're like, okay, well, and then I get a text from him or a different number saying they'll be ready at noon. And I thought, oh my
Well,
gosh,
at
are you
first
serious?
you called and they said they weren't ready, and you scared
Yeah.
the living but Jesus out of me. I'm like, what do you mean they're not ready?
They're like, oh,
Like,
they'll
what
be
do
ready
you
by noon.
mean?
And I thought, noon. Oh my god. Oh
And
my
they're like,
goodness.
yeah, they're not gonna be done until later in June.
Yep.
And I was
Again.
like, but, but, but there's nothing we could do. Like, we can't be like, you do this right now. Like, we're not that type of person. So he came by on
Oh,
Saturday.
hello. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. It's
wait a
good to.
moment. I wasn't the one that did
Yes.
Hollow Knight. I didn't do any Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Uh oh.
Oh, unfortunately, that's not the case.
It's okay. Hmm. Okay. Uh, My booth was okay. It had a Michael Myers. It had an Alistair from Hazard Hotel. It had a bunch of Voltron. It had a bunch of Undertale at the top. It had a Deltarune. Uh, it had. I'm trying to remember my own display. It had a lot of Obey Me. I had Luxium. Uh,
The table was green.
the table was green. The table had a picnic cover. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Uh, we had Ebu's Dead by Daylight stickers.
Yes. A little
Uh,
sticker board.
had like three Pokemon charms. I doubt that's what you got.
And it also had these funny looking characters that from afar looked like
Oh,
Among
no
Us
worries, no
characters.
worries.
Oh,
I
don't
do.
be don't
Yeah,
be
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. It's all
Hello.
good.
It was
Hello.
if we had a chat, I'm so sorry. I can't I don't know.
Yes, yes, the
Yes.
Azrael. Okay, so you were here for the Undertale. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. It's always awesome to be able to talk to people like after con because so many people pass by and obviously they're here to buy a print and it's always nice when they stay in chat but then to be able to chat afterwards that is rare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's kind of hello, short interaction, and
Yeah,
then
short
never
interactions.
never see if
Hello.
I see them again.
Because to tell the truth, a lot of people take business cards, but they don't really follow through to look for the people on the
Mhm.
business cards.
That's true.
It's mostly, like if the business card is pretty, they just kind of like, they take the business.
Cool.
I, for one, I know I collect business cards too. I don't know, there's just something about it. But I have been, I have become more cultured and I actually searched them up this time because I want to know the artist. Oh no, thank you for purchasing it. Oh my gosh. I just never think people will want to frame it or anything. I'm still a little like when people buy my prints. I do wish you luck on finding an 11 by 17 inch frame. I'm so sorry. That's it. The weird thing is that is the normal print size for Artist Alley conventions and stuff. It's 11 by 17. That's like the standard. And yet you don't find many frames in that sizing.
So you have to
Like
get really
it's
creative.
yeah, it's not a standard frame size, so it doesn't really make too much sense to me, but I really hope you can find a frame for that. Damn it, pencil. Alright, sorry, I interrupted your story.
No, it's all right. It's fine.
Right, that yeah, so
It,
on the way to con when we were trying to get those stickers, yeah, they said it wasn't done.
yep. So we start
And that
driving,
I was like, what?
and I'm about to turn onto the highway. You see,
Yeah.
and I get a message saying they're done. So
Not
I
even
have to
three
leave them.
minutes after the call,
Yeah.
she gets the text message and they're like, they're done.
And
And
I
we're
was
like,
like,
what?
oh,
We were like dooming just a second ago
yeah.
about being
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh man, she's gonna have to leave in the middle of the convention to go grab her stickers. I can man the table, it's fine, it's just we'll lose our parking spot. No. And then, yeah, the text comes and we're like, huh? Like, eh?
Yeah.
But I mean, thank God, like thank you. Honestly, I do appreciate that they were willing to push your stickers up in the printing ladder.
Yes. Uh,
Because I mean convention was already happening, so
mhm.
mm-hmm.
So I'm glad. No, no worries there.
Yeah, yeah. So we quickly reroute to the printing place, and that's where Ibu found out that they had a COVID outbreak, and
Mhm.
they were supposed to have, you said, 12 to 13
They said on
workers.
average, yeah, on average to have around 10 to 12 staff members, but because of the whole COVID outbreak thing,
Mm-hmm.
they only had 3
Three.
total staff members in the whole facility, and of course, only 2 remote customer service representatives. Luckily,
Oh yeah,
the
very
printing,
luckily.
yeah, the printing company and the convention area were really close to each other, so they were roughly in the same area, so it wasn't a big problem.
Oh no, don't worry about it, Shay. I had to get you to try boba. Okay, it was my life's mission.
Yeah, yeah, don't worry. It was fine. If anything, it was a really nice walk. I don't know about you,
It was a
John, but
really
it was a
nice
really nice
walk.
walk. It was a
You know,
really nice
because the
walk.
day was really nice. Like
Yeah.
it was, it wasn't super hot. It was
Mm.
nor cold, so it was like that perfect temperature. And you got me to like see a part of the
Stamping
stampede
ground.
grounds that I
Yeah.
had never seen before. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
The funny part is we were kind of like following a police officer. Like he was headed in the same direction, and I'm like, I swear we're not stalking you. It's just our car is all the way over here
Yeah,
too.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like an undercover cop.
Was
Yes,
that the
that was
day
the
Shade
same.
lost his Boba virginity? Yes,
That is
yes, it
correct.
was. That was the day. Uh, did anything else happen on the day that we got stickers? I forgot which
Yeah,
day of
yeah,
what happened.
I got my donuts stolen.
Oh my!
Well, not donuts, but oh my gosh. Okay.
A donut. Go for it.
Okay. So, I love mini donuts, like sugared cinnamon covered mini donuts, right? And I um yeah, no, we had it was great. The convention
Oh
itself overall was
yeah, just in
fantastic.
general, the convention was fantastic. We
Absolutely.
just have some very interesting like mini stories.
Yeah. I stepped out for a little bit to buy a bucket of cinnamon sugar mini donuts at because just outside of convention area there were a bunch of food trucks that had parked and I guess rented that area out so that they could sell their food there. A good opportunity for these food truck makers or food trucks to earn a bit of money there because there's a big crowd coming in and out of the building. So they I'm grabbing some stuff and I have Phantom's lemonade in one hand and my bucket of donuts in the other.
Really good lemonade, by the way.
Yeah, I got lemonade for you that
God
day, remember?
damn.
And I'm coming in and I'm 5 feet, right? I'm 5 feet from our booth. And this lady stops me. She's in cosplay. She says the words, "Ooh, I'm hungry." And
I'm
takes,
hungry. He says.
takes a donut off my bucket of she takes a donut out of my bucket and like stuffs it in her mouth and quickly runs off. And I'm just staring at her like, you're welcome?
God. I am still shook. Yes, I'm still shook to this day after hearing that. Because it was one of like these open ended buckets, like of sugar donuts.
Yeah.
Like there's no lid because it's it's slightly bumped up. They're stacked. Well, what's the
Um,
point of chasing after her? She already shoved it in her mouth.
yeah, exactly. And what's even worse is that she had a friend with her too, and her friend just
Really?
looked at her like, "Did she just seriously do that?" Like,
Oh,
like, and I'm looking at the friend, and her friend was just, her friend was
oh
obviously
my god.
really, really embarrassed about the whole interaction, and so
I
she
would
like
be
quickly ran
embarrassed.
after her,
Oh
and I could
god.
hear her say, "Did you seriously just do that?" Yeah, yeah,
Like,
it
not
was
even just the mortifying thing about, taking somebody else's food. Like, that's just in itself kind of mortifying. But the fact that, like, we're in a pandemic and you're still willing to reach over for somebody else's food is kind of questionable.
absolutely piles of donut. So, yeah, that was
Yeah,
my interaction with people. This
the
is, yeah,
donut thief.
the donut thief. Yeah, she hungry.
Yeah, apparently she was hungry, as she says.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
like it just out of nowhere. But I shit you not, when she came back to tell me that, I was just in shock.
And
I couldn't believe my ears.
I, it's it's just so, it's so random too, right? I'm fine. I could literally see Phantom sitting there, like I see my booth. I'm like 5 feet away, off to the side a little bit, and she stops me just for a donut. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my,
I would have
oh
slapped
my
her hand,
god.
but I had a big a cup of lemonade in my other hand, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was my lemonade.
Yeah. It's
I'm
okay.
lucky she didn't go for a sip.
Oh my luckily I
Oh
had
my
the
god.
plastic straw in my pocket, so it was A-okay. But from that point on, every time I bring
Oh.
food in from outside, I make sure it's covered. It's I make sure it's like, it's covered or folded or whatever, so that people don't go stealing food.
Yeah. That was just so weird. I was just in shock to hear that. Thankfully it was finger food. She didn't need to touch any of the other food. Obviously, please don't do that. Please don't take random people's food from their please don't take their donuts. Their yummy, yummy sugar cinnamon donuts.
They're my favorite, okay?
I would appreciate not having that food stolen.
Damn.
That was an interesting little moment
I
that
could
we
not.
uh that we heard.
Okay. So then, I'm all for sharing. I don't mind sharing. I'm always for sharing for snacks and yeah, stuff like that too, because
She
I
could have
want,
at least asked.
yeah, exactly. And if we if you're a nice person, I'm more than willing
Yeah,
to
be
like
like,
offer
sorry, I'm
food.
kind of hungry. Is it okay if I take one?
Yeah, like I just like, okay, go for it. I wouldn't have minded. It's a donut, right? But the
Yeah.
fact she stopped me in my tracks to steal one, and have the audacity to say those words to my face, and then run off with no shame, and then have her friend have secondhand shame, and I'm staring at her, and oh my goodness, I couldn't. I could not believe it just happened in front of me.
Yeah, truly donut trauma. But I guess at the end of the day, no true harm done. Uh, morally, what? But it's fine. It's fine. The rest of the donuts made it to the table safely.
Yeah, it was fun. I happily snacked on them. It was great.
Yes, yes.
I couldn't finish it though. It was a lot. So I
Oh
gave the
yeah, it
rest
was an actual bucket.
to gave the rest to my younger brother, who came by surprisingly
Oh
to say
my
hello.
god, right. Was that the day that you
That
buy?
was the same day too, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I get a text message from my younger brother, and he's saying, "Oh, like how's the con? Like, are you with three friends?" And I said, three friends. No,
He
I'm
was
with
very specific about it.
it.
Three friends. So
Yeah,
there's me, and then there's Shade. So we were
and I
kind
said,
of
well,
like, wait, how do you know?
yeah, coincidentally, he just said, are you with like two of your friends? And I said, well, I'm with Shade and I'm with Phantom. I said, and that's about it. Are you here? Are you watching me? You know, like,
Are you here?
and then he's like, no, like I'm at work. And
Yeah, he says he's
which makes sense.
working.
I'm like, all right, it's
Mm-hmm.
Friday. Yeah, he's at work still. Um,
Yeah, we were thinking that too. Like, oh yeah, probably think that she was here because
mhm,
we usually, hang together.
yeah,
Sus, yeah, really sus, right?
exactly. So, I don't think much of it. He's like, I hope you guys make sure to eat and hydrate and stuff. And he said, sorry I can't come by. And I said, oh, it's fine. Like, thank you for the well wishes. And that
Sorry,
that
I
was that,
can't
right?
come by.
Yeah, yeah. So then, about half an hour later, right? Phantom notices a person's waving at her.
Yeah, so like there was a group that wanted to like buy something, right? Um but at the next to that group, like it was like maybe a group of four, but then there was enough room for one more person to like I for me to be able to see at the edge of the table. And this guy comes over and he's smiling and he's waving and I was like I smiled back obviously and I waved, but like he did it in a really friendly manner and I was like, wait a moment, like do I know you? And for a moment like my brain was disconnecting, but obviously we had to turn back to the people who were gonna buy something. But I looked at like you real quick and I was like, oh gosh, like there's a some other person. So we finished with that person purchasing like the group, and that group left. And then he spoke. He walked to the middle of the table, and then he spoke, and it was the weirdest moment because I hadn't seen this guy in years, and he has changed significantly. But the voice, that was when it clicked. That was like, wait a moment, this is Ebu's brother. It was oh my, I can't tell you like the weird. It's that weird uncanny feeling because like the last time that like I saw him, he didn't go like on a health spree where he would go to like the gym and he would eat healthier and he was happier, you know? I didn't know that, man. And then before me, after hearing the voice and then seeing like that weird uncanniness in his face, well, I was like, oh my god. I'm like, this
It,
is her brother.
yep. It's been a hot minute. It's been a serious hot
It's
minute
been
because
a serious hot minute.
yeah,
I was so confused, like taken aback.
yeah, my younger brother was a, a fiery ball of anger most of the
Oh
time when he was
yeah,
younger years, I would say.
League of Legend rage at its
Oh
finest.
yeah, 100%
But no, he was so cheery and so
different. Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's really weird when people haven't seen him in a long time and they see him again. They're almost always taken aback. They can't believe
yeah.
it. It's always
It was
funny.
just amazing. It's amazing to see. But yeah, no, he lied to us. He straight up fucking lied to us.
Yeah,
He wasn't at work.
no, he was. Um, he made a bunch of pasta for us, right? And it smelled really,
Oh,
really
I'm
good.
so
And I was looking forward
sorry.
to it so
The
much. He
pasta.
stuck around and stuff like that too. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go check out our Sally." And I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
have fun." And I said, the convention's gonna close in about 3 hours, so if you wanna check out stuff, you better hurry. And he's like, "Oh, I will." So he left to go on his
Mm-hmm.
rounds. And then about an hour and a half later, he comes back and he's like, "Look what I got."
right. He's so excited, Ethan. Look what I got. Oh my god, it was so cute.
So now,
uh,
just like me, right? My younger brother and I, we both love cute little things. Okay, we adore tiny things that we can fit in the palm of our hands. Like I love cute tiny stationaries. I love cute tiny like anything. I don't care. So he pulls out of his pocket this this tiny fuzzy
Jesus
looking
Christ.
like red. I don't
It
know,
was
like
like a floof ball.
it was just
A
like yeah, it was just
puff
a tiny
ball.
red ball, and it was just had a
With
bunch of
eyes
tiny
on
hairs on
it.
it with yeah with two googly eyes on it. And he was like, "This is what I bought. No charm, no prints, no nothing. That was what he bought."
That was what he was so excited for. It was just this tiny, this ball. A fluff
It was great,
with eyes.
and
No
I
mouth,
I
eyes.
and then what made it even better was like, he's like, this guy, little guy, was gonna go in the back seat as a passenger, along with my two tacos and my cat and my banana. so, so obviously, Phantom doesn't know what he's talking about, but
I'm like,
I
what do
know what
you
he's talking
mean,
about.
passenger in your car? I'm like, does he have? Once he was like, once he left, I asked him like, does he have like stuffies in the back of his car?
Yes. Yes, he does. He has
So he has passengers,
yes,
stuffy
he has passengers
passengers in his car,
in
and
the
this
back of
one
his
was
car.
going to add to it.
Yes, this one was gonna join them.
Oh
It was
my
great.
god. That was the cutest thing I've heard.
And and
Uh,
he goes checks the BMO and then he leaves and stuff. And then but the second day passes. And it was really really quick. And we're packing up and stuff, and we're going back to the car.
mhm.
And we get to Phantom's house and whatnot. And
Well, we were like, kind of, we were still on the road.
oh, that's true too.
We
No,
were
no,
on
no,
the
no, no.
road, right?
Were we on the
Because
road? No,
yeah, we had enough time to drive to, Tim Hortons.
we stopped by Superstore for a quick second to grab
Oh, it was in the parking
something.
lot.
It was in the parking lot, yeah. And as we were grabbing some stuff and putting stuff away, we're like,
Because
oh,
we
I
need
can't wait for the pasta.
food for tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go and look and I'm like, wait, where's the pasta? And then I asked Pat, and I
Uh,
was like, I didn't have it. And
yeah,
she
like
asked,
I wasn't handed
yeah,
any
and
like
she's like, is it in
pasta.
your backpack? And I'm like, no, there's nothing in my backpack.
Here's the
And then she
thing,
said,
I did like a last check of our table
yes,
too.
yes,
Like there was no bag,
no,
you know,
nothing.
chairs empty, you know, tabletop was empty, so
Yeah, yeah, this is 100% my fault. Now, this is why you don't leave things in places you won't, that aren't normally your place. I had left the bag of pasta on our our table neighbor's chair because I didn't want to have it on the floor, and we didn't have any room on the table or on our own chairs to put the pasta. So I left it on our neighbor's chair. And of course, because that chair is not at our station and it's not a chair that we
we
sit
didn't
at,
think to
we
look at
didn't
it.
check. We literally took everything, all our suitcase, our bags, and we left the convention without the pasta. The pasta was still
Yeah.
sitting on the chair.
The pasta that her brother so lovingly made for us
Yes,
because
and
worried we wouldn't eat or didn't
yeah.
have anything to eat. I'm
Mhm.
so sad still. And
So
unfortunately, we weren't able to go grab it because the convention, like the access hours were closed.
that's right.
Or it would
It would be
close by
closed
the
back.
time we reached there.
No, it was already closed. Unfortunately, it was already past
Mm.
10.
So that's unfortunate.
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to ask Phantom to message up our table partner, our
Yeah,
table neighbor, to say,
yeah.
you arrived there and you see a bag of pasta. Could you please put it on our table?
Yeah, we were worried our table partner would arrive there first and be like, what the fuck? Why
Yeah.
is there pasta on
Yep.
my chair? Or why is there food on my chair? You know? So I looked up their Instagram because I remember them saying they frequent Instagram the most, and I messaged on there. But yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
No, there was cheese on it and stuff, so we didn't want to risk it. We didn't want to risk
Yeah,
anything
and
because it would be there
it was so
overnight.
piping hot. But when he gave it to us, so that
Yeah,
thing was like steaming in its own, box for 12 plus hours.
yeah, yeah. So we didn't want to risk it, but it was kind of sad.
Yeah, like I called my younger brother and said, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
Like normally, we remember, but we legitimately left it in a spot that we didn't check or we don't normally check, so
Mm-hmm.
we
Hey,
we
wasn't
couldn't.
that the day we re-met that other cosplayer? Because I remember
Uh,
telling my cousin the story when we came back during the
was
pasta
that
night.
day too?
I think it
Was it
was that
also
same
on
day,
Friday?
right?
I can't remember if that was Friday or Saturday. No.
Because the next day, she was meant to come with us. Like my cousin was meant to come with us.
Oh, I
I
guess it
think
was
we
on
already told her.
Thursday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it did happen that day.
Oh boy, here we go again.
So
So,
did you
okay,
want to say
you can
it
start.
or?
You can start it, and I'll continue it.
Well, no, you can start it. I'll
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I need to get up to go to the washroom because
I'm
I'm
just gonna
I'm
tell you all the stories happen to Ebu. It's
tell
so
me about it, man.
interesting. Every time she leaves the table.
Every time I got off from the table, something happens. It's like it's just it just follows me. Unnecessary things. I wouldn't say unnecessary. It's just I guess flavorful things that happen
Flavorful
throughout the
things.
day. So, um, I go to the washroom and I'm going about my business, and I hear out of the corner, I can hear someone running in, and they're saying, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" And they're like panicked. And uh, well, this one's not about
This
food,
one's not
surprisingly.
about food.
This is about um, I would say
Incidences.
yes. So this lady, this girl is, I could hear her running and trying to find a stall, and she finds a stall, and she's saying like, she's panicking and whatnot. And I'm not thinking too much of it. An older lady that was outside washing her hands chimed in, asking her if she was okay, like, what was wrong, and the young lady said, I had like she was cosplaying, and she said that she had leaked through her cosplay. Now, what that means to a woman
A
is
femininely trouble,
your
if
monthly,
you know.
monthly time had
Mhm.
arrived. So for her, unfortunately, it had leaked through her cosplay,
Mhm.
and she said there was a lot of blood. And now, when I heard that, I thought, oh, that's really bad. So,
Mhm.
mm. And the older lady that was out by the sinks asked her if she wanted some wet paper towels to help, wipe off or do something like that, right? So, um, the young lady said, "No, it's okay. Like, I think I'll manage." So I thought, okay, maybe she's got a hand on it. She's got this. And I, go out to wash my hands, and as I'm washing my hands, she says, on second thought, "Can you bring me those wet paper towels?" And I'm standing there and I'm looking around, right? Clearly, the woman that was there at the sinks is no longer there. So I turn to the stall and I'm like, if you can give me a moment, I'll grab some for you. She said, oh, thank you, right? And I'm thinking to myself, what am I getting myself into? I could have walked away from this,
No,
but
no. Come
but
on.
I
You wouldn't
decided
walk
to. I
away.
wouldn't want to, but I was like, I could have, if I really chose to, I could have walked away from this. But I decided to stick around because, I don't want anyone to be in a situation like that. that you're kind of in a pinch, right? And we're all women here. We can do this. So
Hmm.
I grab her a bunch of paper towels. Yeah. I grab her a bunch of paper towels, wet them up, and I grab a bunch of dry paper towels, and I crouch down and hand it to her underneath the stall door. And I could hear her like fiercely like wiping away and dabbing away and stuff. And 2 seconds later, she like bursts through the her stall door in her underwear, and I'm just like, oh.
Oh.
I was, and I'm just like to myself, oh, okay, like, do I didn't have a sweater or anything that I could help her tie around her waist. Luckily, she had like a small sweater um around her waist already, but it was like a tiny sweater. So, uh, yeah, she had like no pants on or anything. I'm thinking to myself, my God, lady, I understand like you're freaking out and stuff, but you need to cover yourself. So then I so then I ask her, I'm like, do you have anything to cover yourself? She's like, oh, right. So then she's like, oh, could you grab me my sweater? So I like grab her the sweater and stuff, and then she like quickly ties it around her waist so that at least the her back portion is, or her derriere
Her
is
derriere.
covered.
Yeah.
Um and she has like no shoes on or anything. Like this lady is like, okay, a
Yeah,
lot.
she panic stripped us.
Yeah, she's
Uh,
like kind of panicked. She had like nothing besides underwear on. Her top was still on or whatever, so it was fine. But yeah, she had like literally nothing on. So I asked her, I was like, do you want some Lysols or like facial wipes to try and, because water can get out most of the blood, but you really need to like work out the fabric. Now, I thought she was washing pants. It was
yeah,
not a pair of pants.
it
It
was
was a
not.
leotard or a bodysuit.
Yeah,
You know,
like
what are those called? Think of
imagine
a
like
swimsuit,
a
a one-piece
swimsuit.
swimsuit.
Yeah, imagine that's what she was wearing.
Yes.
I don't know like what the cosplay is. I see like a few of it. Maybe I don't know if you guys if I start describing it, if you guys would recognize or like recognize the
Look like a
description.
70s body, she's like retro.
Because I saw like other people dressed the same, so I don't know if it's like a popular series. Okay, so white hair, was it in a ponytail at all?
It was blonde hair. It was very
No, it was
curly.
white.
No, it was not white. It was blonde hair with a pink bow.
A pink bow.
Yeah.
Uh pink, as you call it, leotards, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a pink leotard, and she had a
Like
um
fishnet.
fishnets on top like of her legs,
Yeah, and
and
then
she
it goes down
wore
to like fluffy, furry, like different colored though, right?
boots. Yeah, different colored boots.
Yeah, like I
She also
don't.
had a corset, a pink corset in the middle as well.
It's weird because I saw a lot more of that,
Yeah, I have no idea what
so
that's from.
it must be like a character and not an OC. So I'm not sure what character it was, but yeah, she was watching her leotard. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Oh, um, so now at that point, her voice sounded very familiar, but I still couldn't pinpoint much of her. Like she had like heavy makeup. Oh right, she also had like markings on her face, like pink, like lightning. She had like a pink lightning bolt on one side, and like something else on the other. But it was like all pink. Like she was pretty much pink from head to toe, and she looked like a
Have a
wrestling
good one,
anime
Zero.
character.
Sorry.
Oh, all right, bye, bye, Zero. Yeah, I have no idea. Uh, so anyway, I go back to the table, and I ask Phantom, could you give me the Lysol wipes and the facial wipes? And she said, "Oh, what's going on?" I said, "There's been a bit of an incident in the washroom, and I'm going to try to help this lady." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So she, hands me it and stuff, and I give this to her, and she pulls them out, and I take the containers back, and I wish her the best of luck. She thanks me. She said, "Thank you for helping me. I'm just really embarrassed." And I said, "Oh, it's okay. It happens. Sometimes things can be unpredictable. We just have to make do with it, right? Make the best out of it." So I part ways with her, go back to my table, and I tell Phantom if she doesn't come out within about 5 minutes, I'm gonna go check up on her
Yeah.
because sometimes, uh, I don't know, like something could have
Maybe
happened
need
with her.
some extra help of any
Yeah,
sort and stuff like
exactly.
that, you know?
Yeah. So as I go into the washroom, she's actually about to leave. So then I follow her out and stuff, and I didn't say anything out loud, but I pointed to her while making eye contact with Phantom, saying like, "This is her," this is
Yeah,
like I was
from
told you.
afar, obviously I'm like, okay, cool, like that was the person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But then later on, right, she actually comes to visit our table. And I look at her and I'm like, wait, wait a moment. You look familiar. You look familiar, but since, I have a track record of just not being good at recognizing faces, I didn't want to like say anything. I didn't want to like accidentally mistake her for anybody, but I'm like, man, she looks really familiar. Is she? And I thought back to this cosplayer that I met at a previous con, and the moment, the moment she looked at Ebu stickers and said, "Hey, Dead by Daylight," it clicked. Where so I way back like 2 years ago did the same convention. Like I was tabling at comic, entertainment expo, and I was like still playing Dead by Daylight at that time.
This is Odafest.
No, no. I met her again at Odafest, but
Oh,
I
never
met her
mind.
initially at Comic Expo,
Oh, I see, I see, I
and I
see.
was tabling with a different person because it was like a last minute tabling, and I was a major fan, and I see this, ooh, this awesome Legion cosplay walking by, and I just could not help myself and called out like, "Oh my gosh, Legion, can I have a photo?" And from there, obviously, I got her photo, and she started talking like happily about like Dead by Daylight, how she's like, "Oh yeah, like there were like other cosplays I want to cosplay, like I might do a Michael, uh maybe like a Survivor at like we just like went through talking, and she mentions that she will be going to Odafest, and I'm like, oh my gosh, awesome, because I'm planning to cosplay the nurse with my friend who's gonna be cosplaying the Huntress. And she's like, oh my gosh, like I'll probably be cosplaying Lori over
Lori.
there. And I was like, oh my gosh, then if you can like find me, like I'll be tabling and stuff like that. If you can find me, then like hell yeah, like we should, take photos together and stuff like that. And it was just kind of like a passing by thing. And I don't remember if I got her contact there, but we definitely were just like, oh my gosh, Dead by Daylight together. Their Legion cosplay was great. But yeah, this is just excitable lady. And then, that convention went by, and Autofest comes by. And Ebu and I were cosplaying, the nurse and the huntress while we were tabling. And she wasn't cosplaying Lori at the time, but she arrived at our table, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, oh, nurse and huntress cosplay." And then I was like, wait a moment, because this is the second time we go, wait a moment, like, I saw you, because she mentioned, like, yeah, I was cosplaying Legion at Comic Con. So I'm like, wait, you're the person that, like, we said, like, we would meet again. And she's like, yeah, I remember you, because I also remember, like, the face, the voice, and I'm like, yeah. And for that convention, we ended up going to a photo shoot with her because she was
Yeah.
with two
Oh
of her
gosh.
friends. One was cosplaying Michael Myers while she was cosplaying Lori. So yeah, we got like photo shoot done with her. We got to Mori her.
Yes.
It was pretty great. So yeah, like we got her contact, but obviously she was mostly on Instagram. And I like messaged her, once or twice on there, but we eventually lost contact because I deleted my Instagram. So I just never thought, I'd meet her again, and it's been like 2 or 3 years now that I haven't met this girl. And then again, we fate brought us back together where when I recognized her, I was like, oh my god, it's her. And then she looked up to my Michael Myers print because I still had that print at that time. And she's like, I actually have that print. And I'm like, it is you. I'm like, oh my god. It's like, and I
Heartbroken.
was like, yeah, we had a photo shoot with you. Do you remember like the nurse and Andrews? And she's like, yeah. Unfortunately, our conversation got cut short because she got a phone call and she had to let go. But I just thought that was the weirdest coincidence. Oh man.
Yeah. Yep. I.
That was where we were building up towards that story. We weren't outing a random girl for her incident, but it ended up that we knew
You
her.
actually knew her.
Yeah.
Not in a million years would you think of that, but
Yeah.
unfortunately that was the case.
Man, just small world.
It really is.
Small world.
It's kind of nuts, actually.
It is really. I just would never have expected that.
No. But it was cool. I liked that we have
Yep,
that
the girl that
impression of
had
them.
the incident was that same
Yep.
cosplayer that we
Yep.
met like the two other times that we had a photo shoot with as well. Where I initially met her at Comic Expo, then saw her again at Otafest, and now we saw her again 2 to 3 years later at Comic Expo again. Oh, how the stars aligned, right? The universe is telling we're meant to be close friends. Ah, not that I not that I knew of. She came back to visit when she was cosplaying Michael. Yeah, but maybe that'd be weird if that was pop. Hold on. Would it be one of the survivors outfits?
Oh,
Did they have a
see,
retro outfit at all?
retro outfit. Let me see actually.
Actually, outfits. I doubt there's a master post of outfits.
I know there is a like they had like a retro theme for a little while.
Yeah, they did. Hold on. Because it was when that what was that killer's name? The K-pop looking one.
Oh,
Came in.
the trickster.
I think it was along that line. Cosmetic sets. Okay, let's. I'm about to commit and go through all of these because
Okay.
now that you mention it, I'm like, mayhaps, you know?
Would that be for Meg?
Was it Meg? I
Was it
am not
Meg or who was it that had like
sure.
a retro set?
A few of them like had. I don't know if it was as bright though. I wish there was like a master post on all the outfits. I just find it interesting if it was, then why did so many people choose that outfit in particular?
That's true. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any. Hmm.
Hmm. I can't find like a master post of like outfit stuff. Oh, sorry, one moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, I
All
don't know
good.
what they were cosplaying, but yeah, that was just an interesting coincidence for the third time in the row. I think that was most of like the interesting things that happened on that day.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Unless there's something you didn't tell me.
No, that's pretty much about it.
Was it was it Saturday that we gave Shade Boba?
That's right, because that's when
Yes.
your cousin came over to help
Yes,
too.
yes. Yes, yes.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, so on Saturday morning, uh we planned to get Shade some boba. Now here's the thing, there was a boba shop that opened at like really early times, like 7 a.m. type of deal. And I was thinking like, oh, that is perfect because then we can just go grab the boba first and bring it to Shade instead of like leaving in the middle of the convention, right? But unfortunately, when we got there, they only had their coffee series and the pearls weren't ready. So I'm like, nah, nah, nah. We're not giving Shade a regular drink. He needs to experience proper boba, you know, like the one with the pearls. That's what it's all about. So, well, we still bought coffee over there. It was pretty good coffee, except the interesting thing was the syrup that was in there. Uh, it didn't mix with the rest, so there was kind of like clumps of syrup at the bottom.
It was just
I
gooey.
didn't mind it, but like
Oh gosh,
Eva was like bleh.
the texture, bro, the texture. Oh my goodness. Now I had known about it because Phantom's cousin had mentioned saying I just took a mouthful of syrup. I was like, I thought, oh, I remember that too. So I like vigorously, as best as I could, stir the crap out of my drink, right? I thought I did a pretty good job. And I go and take a sip,
Yeah.
and it's just a mouthful of syrup. And it's just like this like viscous like the best thing I can say is that it tasted like tapioca pearls. Like
It
that's what it straight up
did.
tasted like.
It was yummy.
But it had the consistency of just slime.
It was still
And it's like
yummy.
I mean it tasted fine if it's just the texture. Oh boy, the texture was something else.
The texture got her. Oh, sorry, one
But
moment.
all good. But that's pretty much that's what happened. So, you know, I get to a table, you're having our time and Shade's there and I wait for Phantom's cousin to come back And I tell them, like if Shade comes back again, just tell him to wait here, and we can go grab Boba together. So I leave, and Shade just happens to be there when I'm not there. And so he lets Phantom know, and he also leaves me a message saying that he'll be by the stage, by the chairs, and to meet him there instead. So I said, okay, perfect. So I went and met up with him. We leave, and we make our way to grab some boba. And now, this is, I tell you, man, these things never go as planned. I couldn't find this parking spot. You know, all the whole drive there, it was great. It was very pleasant. I got to know Shade a little bit. Shade gets to know me a little bit. It was really cool to like meet a fellow Calgarian because you don't really, we don't really have the opportunity to do that here because our city is well kind of small compared to a lot of cities around the world. And so I park in a neighborhood which I think is safe-ish, you know? I mean, it is the weekend. I'm sure parking was not really a priority for a lot of these cops or whatever, or cruisers. So I park in the neighborhood and we start walking our way to the shop. We order, and I just had like a sickening feeling that, like, if I didn't get back to my car right away, something was going to happen, aka a ticket, right? So I turned to Shade immediately. I felt really, really bad doing this, but I turned to Shade immediately. I said, Shade, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to go check out on my car. And yeah, he said he was fine, don't worry. And, I gave him the little receipt. I tell the lady or the girl at the cash register, I said, I'm going to go check out my car. My friend will be here to pick up the drinks. Just give it to him. And she said, oh, okay. So I immediately leave and I like speed walk to my car. And the moment I get into my car, a cruiser comes by. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, like, I think I'm okay. Because, I'm in my car and my lights are on, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what do I do now? Because there's no way for me to stop in front of the shop to pick up Shade. Because the storefront, it was fully parked with cars, so there was no way for me to just stop in front of the shop to pick up Shade. So I'm fiercely texting Phantom saying, "Hey, do you have Shade's number or something so that I can call or text him because I don't think like Discord was going through." And all the while, I'm like calling him or texting him. I hear my car door open, and it's Shane. And it's Shane. It was. He got back to the car way sooner than I thought he would.
I am back. Continue your
Yeah.
story.
Hello, welcome back. Yeah. Meanwhile, and then Shay tells me. Meanwhile, as he was coming back to the car with the drinks and stuff, he could feel his phone vibrating, and, and I told her, I was like, yeah, that was me. That was me trying to call you. And I apologized profusely because I felt really, really bad. I would never ever want to abandon anyone anywhere. Yeah. He couldn't answer his phone because his hands were full. So, yeah, I just felt bad. So he gets back to the car. I explained to him that's what happened, and he explains to me that his phone was vibrating like crazy, but he couldn't uh he couldn't do anything about it. So yeah, it was fine. um, we drive back to the Stampede grounds. Now it's really really busy. Like this is like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and is people are filing through like crazy. The parking lot that I initially parked in was now completely full. Like I tried talking to the same girl that let me out. I was like, "Hey, it's me again. Like, can I like come back in, and she was like, nope, nope, can't, I can't let you in. You gotta go park further. And I'm like driving around this another parking lot, two or three parking lots down further away, and there's like literally no space. I could not for the life of me find a spot. So I'm driving out to the intersection, and I'm asking the guy there. I said, "There's no parking back there. Is there any other place?" And he said, "Oh, you have to drive even further back, like straight back." I'm looking at him like straight back. Now, here's something that a lot of people don't know. I used to work at the Calgary Stampede. I worked there for 3.5 years, and so I know uh, the grounds pretty well for the most part. Unless, obviously maybe not so much now since it has been a little while and they're doing a lot of construction. But I know the grounds pretty well. So when he said go straight back, I'm thinking to myself, you're gonna make me drive straight back to the horse stables? So I said, okay. So I do like an illegal U-turn. And I drive straight back, and we're driving and we're driving and we go over this really rickety bridge, and there's like an open parking lot, and I'd never seen it open because every time I go back to that area, it's usually filled with horse stables or like mobile horse trailers and whatnot. So the fact that it was open was like super crazy, and it was really cool because I can actually see into the horse track from the side. So that was really nice. So me and Shade start walking, and I'm calling out Phantom, and I'm saying, "Hey, we're gonna be there in about 5 to 10 minutes because we have a long ways to walk." So,
I was like, oh, that's okay.
yeah, so we're like walking our way, and it is like busy. There's so many cars running and stuff, and we finally get back to the booth, and I handshade the boba, the regular milk tea with tapioca pearls. I hand it to him. He snaps it in, and he takes a sip, and we're like all staring at him to see what his reaction is, and he's just like, "Yeah, it's good." And nothing, nothing crazy or whatever. It's just he liked it, and we were like, "Yay!" Because
Do
he.
you know what he compared the boba pearls to?
Oh, that's true too. I forgot about that. Actually, I don't remember him saying much about it.
It was
Please.
like the what were they called? The corn pop, like cereal, freaking cereal that has been sat in milk for a long while.
Oh my gosh.
Soggy corn pops. It's what he said they were. How dare you? No, I'm kidding.
Soggy corn pops. I laughed super
Oh
hard. That
my
was really funny.
gosh. I'm like, maybe, yeah, sort nah. It's smoother than that, but I mean, I guess the shape, I suppose. But yes,
No.
I'm glad he liked it.
Yeah. No. I'm glad he took it with him too.
Yes, I corrupted yet another.
There's another one to the
There's
list.
another one.
Ah, that's true. When you haven't had something like that before, like your brain will try and compare it to something that's sort of similar, whether it be like texture,
Anything
shape, or
similar
taste.
at all.
Yeah,
You're like, what
exactly.
is this?
Yeah, it was great. I thought it was really
But
funny.
yeah, like as I mentioned, the pearls are the biggest hit or miss with people texture wise. Yeah, yeah, I love them. Ebu can't handle the texture. She's fine,
Can't.
obviously, with the flavor, but the
Yeah,
texture she cannot swallow.
it's too chewy. Not my
I
thing.
love the
Nope, I
chew.
know.
I know. I think that was most of that day.
Yep.
I was able to wander around with my cousin for a little bit. She bought a few like gift mini prints for her friends, and she also bought like three larger prints that oh man, there's this artist that like I see every year in both Otafest and Comic Expo. They're called like ZZ or Zizzy or to something like that, and man, they do such amazing work. and I am so jealous of my cousin's prints now, and I'm gonna go to her room and stare at him. But yeah, yeah.
That's pretty
the,
much
the funny thing is
yeah.
that like I didn't expect her to do it, but in one of the other buildings there were more like vendor type things, you know, like storefront type of sales, and my cousin came back with a Attack on Titan mystery like box pack thing. Like, you know, that tracks because she finished on Attack on Titan not super long ago because they had their quote unquote last episode, but um she went to read the last chapter as well. So that yeah. She went to get that as well. So
Um,
I think she had a good haul.
honestly, I didn't think she was gonna do it, and then she did it.
Yeah, I think it was just more like where else are you gonna get these nerd goods, you know? But yeah, it was a pretty good day that day. I don't think anything else truly major happened, thank God. Um oh, no, you had another incident outside
Oh,
when you were
right,
getting
that's true.
food.
Oh no. Okay. Now, I won't go into detail too much about
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because it's probably something like it is very personal to her. The sensitive topic. So, I walked out to grab our table partner a poutine because I told her at the very beginning, every day in the morning, I would tell her, if you need anything, just let me know. I'm willing to help you. She said, okay. And she actually took up my offer that day. She said, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't get away from the table to buy food. Like, can you please help me buy a small poutine? And I said, sure. And I said, is there any flavor you'd like or anything special? She said, no, 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 just a small poutine. That's good. I said, sure. So she gave me some money and I set off to get in line to buy her small poutine. I had to walk around a little bit to make sure if I could find like a size one or whatever. And I finally find one, right? So I get in line. Now, there was a medic, a guy in full suit with a mobile backpack and a radio and everything standing there um close to this line. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's probably just on duty and just there kind of like watching people, making sure everything's okay. Okay. So I like step around him and I'm standing in line. I don't think much about it until, you know, I hear the radio and it's not going further. It's not getting any quieter. If anything, it's like right behind me, right? And I think to myself, why is the radio so loud? And I turn around and the medic's right behind me. And I'm thinking to myself, and then that's when it clicked. I just bunched this medic. I just cut off this medic in line. I cut this medic off in line. This medic was in line to get food from the same spot, from the same food truck as I was. So I immediately turned to him and I said, I'm so sorry. But I cut you in line because I didn't know you were in line. And he said, did you actually cut me in line? And he jokingly, and then he just laughed. And I said, I'm so sorry. I thought you were just standing like stationed there. So I let him go ahead of me, right? So, and he said, oh, that's funny because I thought you were with this group ahead of us. And I said, no, no, no. I'm a vendor here. And he said, oh, you are, and we started a conversation for a couple minutes, right? And super nice guy, super chill medic. The whole time his radio screaming at him because for whatever reason, a ton of activity
You
all
know,
across the park.
conventions, things happen everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he is just you know making sure like no one's screaming at him to be like, hey, medic number 4 or big 4, come to this location or whatever, right? And so we get to talking, and then we're almost at the front, and he said, you know what? I've been standing in this line so long for poutine. I don't think I even want poutine anymore. I'm gonna go get some pizza." And I said, "Oh, that's totally fine." And I said, thanks for chit chat. I hope you have a great day, a great time. And he said, "Yeah, you too." And then, we bid each other farewell. And I go back to standing in line. And not a minute or two later, this lady comes up to me, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, okay." And she said, "I'm so sorry." She apologized right away. She said, "I'm so sorry. I don't know who to talk to about this. It's really embarrassing, but where did that medic go?" And I said, "Oh, he left the line to go grab some pizza over there." And she said, I kind of needed to talk to him about something, but maybe, maybe you could help me." And I thought to myself, "Oh God, is she like a beggar?" That's like my first thought is like, Are you trying to beg for money?" Like I don't know if I can buy you food, But this lady didn't want to talk about food or anything. She quietly talked, you know, kind of whispered to me that she had a panic attack. And I immediately was like, okay, I get it.
You
No
went into
judgment, no
therapy
nothing.
mode.
Yeah, I was just like, no judgment, no anything. I'm here to listen. Lay it on me. So I stood there, you know, um, with my hands in front of me, trying to and I had to stoop down to her level because she was a little shorter than me, so I could get to her, um, to her level and stuff. And she kind of confessed that she had a panic attack, she was claustrophobic, and and a few other things too. And I said it's okay. First of all, I asked her was she okay, and that she didn't need to apologize for anything, because if you know that you are going to go into a panic attack, to always make sure to look out for yourself, right? Like you don't want to be fallen or hunched down, or have anyone hurt you because they're misunderstanding you, and you don't want to be harming yourself in any way or putting yourself in danger, right? So I said, I reassured her that what she did was the right thing to do. If you needed to get out, then you got out. If you push someone along the way, that's I wouldn't say that's okay, but I asked her, did they fall down? She said no. I said, okay, did you trip over them? She said no. I'm like, that's okay then. You know, they're neither you or them are in any immediate danger. And after about 4 or 5 minutes of talking to her, she calmed down quite a bit. She felt a lot better, and I sent her off. She kind of walked off and she said thank you. And then I went back to standing in line. I got the poutine,
This all
came back.
happened while I was obliviously at my table just sitting.
Yeah, the whole thing took 30 minutes. Like it took 30 minutes from start to finish to get this poutine. And Phantom at one point was just like, "Are you okay? Are you still waiting for food?" And I was
Because
like,
this took a while. I was
"Yeah,
kind of like, oh, like she's been out here for a while now. Like, is she okay? Is the
yeah."
lineup that long? You know?
Yeah. So I come back, I hand her our terror partner the poutine, and I start telling them like this is what happened, and this is why it took a little longer than normal. I mean,
I'm
the
like, there
whole
she
line took a
goes
whole
helping someone again.
yeah. That's just yeah. I'm just always there.
Hmm.
Trouble kind of just finds me, and if I can help, I will help.
Hmm.
That's what happens. And that pretty much sums up. That pretty much sums up. Uh, Saturday. Oh, actually, we were gonna get pizza, right? And ended up not getting pizza because I was really craving Chinese food. Now,
This
now
was
a little bit of
after
backstory.
convention, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of backstory. I am a Chinese. Oh, well, I'm Chinese. I'm born in Canada,
I
raised in
am
Canada.
a Chinese.
I'm
I am
Chinese.
a Chinese.
I was gonna say I'm a Chinese Canadian or Canadian Chinese. I'm a Chinese Canadian.
Yeah, we
So
we are Chinese Canadian.
yes, and I love my Asian food, right? I love Chinese food specifically. Grew up eating it, will never get tired of it. My nickname when I was younger, given from my grandma, was rice bucket because I would eat rice like no tomorrow. I love rice. So stereotypical things aside, I really wanted Chinese food. So I'm sitting in the car trying to order Chinese food while Phantom and her cousin order McDonald's and stuff. And, you know, I,
Because did you know they had new waffle fries?
yeah,
We wanted to try the waffle fries. Yeah.
it was pretty good actually.
It was pretty good. Because they, oh my god, I actually adore McDonald's poutines that they had during that time. But then apparently they had like a poutine shortage, like, or something. It was mentioned, and they just never got it again. They got it a bit, and then it was gone once again. But recently they replaced it in a way with waffle fries, and my cousin and I were just like, oh, we gotta try this.
We have
But
to
then
now.
Ebu over here is like, I want Chinese food.
I want, yeah, I want my Chinese food.
I
Okay, you
want my
can't
Chinese
stop me.
food.
So I went and got Chinese food. It was great. I'm still eating it now. Actually, I gotta make it later, but delicious. With the rice too, because I really want scallop rice, fried
Yeah, the
rice.
funny part was that like she was trying to figure out how to order it because although we are Chinese Canadian, our Chinese is broken. So we're
It's
like, how do we pronounce this dish in Chinese? We really weren't sure. People didn't want to really call them, so we were trying to figure out how to order it, but it wasn't on the menu there, and so we're like, how do we order this? And so finally she's like, no, I'm just gonna call them, but in English, and hope they understand, and they did. So she got her rice. We're good. We're Gucci.
Well, the funny thing is, the item menus that I wanted are so traditional that they're not listed on the English menu.
Yeah,
They're not English. Yeah, they're not listed on the English menu.
because I think they doubt like the anybody English would go for something like this traditional.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I just laughed. It was great.
this is great. And we got our food and we went home.
We
We were just tired though every
had full
day.
bellies,
Full bellies,
and
yeah.
then normally, right? Normally, I would brush my teeth and wash my face before going to bed, but I was so tired. I literally was just like, "Good night, Phantom," and I slept straight to
Yeah, just good night. Close the door. Goes to bed. I was surprised because yeah, like I would usually hear her go into like the washroom or something to wash her face, brush her teeth before she goes to bed. But this time I didn't hear anything, and I usually go after her to go also wash her face, brush her teeth, and go to bed. But this time when I was passing by the door. she she looked so dead, so tired, and she was like, "Good night." And I was like, "Good night." She closed the door, and like the lights were off, and I was like, "Wow." She just went straight to bed. She was a tired girl. But
It was
yeah,
funny because
yeah, that's the
I
night.
forgot my jacket.
Oh, did you forget my room that day?
No, I forgot my jacket in your room. So you like knocked on the
Oh
door.
yeah,
You're
I
like,
did.
and then I was like,
Hey.
1 second. I had to like get dressed,
Yeah.
like open the door, and she just looked at me and she laughed because my hair was down and it was like a mess because I
She
didn't
was
bother brushing my
squinting
hair.
at me, so like she was tired. Oh my god.
It's really funny.
It was the why I was laughing was because not even moments after, like, she seems so awake. So just to see her compared, like when she was just so awake and she seemed fine, she was talking fine, and she went into that room and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I saw the jacket and I was like, oh, I should probably, bring that over to her. And I bring it over to her and suddenly she's like dead tired. Hair's down, she's squinting, her voice had like lowered tenfold. And I was like, oh my god. It was night and
Hello.
day. But yeah, it was a tiring weekend.
It was a great weekend
Yeah,
for
here's
sure.
the thing. For throughout the whole day, I kept waking up at around 6 a.m. Like it was just my body clock that just kept waking me up, and I wasn't sure why. But no, but on Saturday night, oh boy, I knocked the freak out. I was gone.
We were so tired.
I woke up at like 9 9 a.m. and I was like, oh god.
The aches are coming in.
No 6 a.m. today. It's just 9 a.m. I'm gonna be asleep. Yeah. We use the Chinese Canadian. Loud cars, lovely. But yeah, last day comes around, which was yesterday. I don't think all too much happened
No, nothing.
yesterday. Yeah, nothing of
No.
like true note. Um, I guess the experience there in general was really fun because like I I guess I drew from a lot of series that people like to yell about. If that makes sense. Uh, I was surprised at the amount of people that recognized Luxium because I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure about the Luxium one because I just drew that for my own sake, really. A lot of the stuff I draw is for my own sake. Like, if I like it, I'll draw it. Like, I don't really think about what other people would like. I'm like, nah, I like it, so I'll draw it and I'll print it. However, oh boy. So, I had actually thought the Undertale fandom was over, right? Like it's been about 7 years, and it's tacking on in its ages, and I still wanted to like sell the prints that I had. I didn't have that many left because it was one of like the older prints. So I didn't have much stock left of it, but I thought, what, still sell it. But I shit you not, this will echo in my head for flippin' ever. The regret that I have for not reprinting more stock was Sans. Sans will be the bane of my existence. The amount of people that screamed Sans
Oh,
at
you're
my
sold
booth
out.
was astounding. Because here's me going into, this convention thinking like, oh man, like I have some pretty outdated series like here and like an outdated game like Undertale. Like I didn't know if anybody remembered it, still liked it, or cared enough to buy prints of it. I was mistaken. Uh, surprisingly enough, like when I sold even like Azriel and stuff and the Delta Room one at the other convention, they nobody really cared for them. But Sans and Papyrus, oh boy. they they never managed like to not sell out. That's the best I could put it. And I thought, after 2 or more years after that, the fandom had died down. Nope. Sans sold out first immediately. Mind you, I didn't have that much stock because again I came in thinking like, oh, no, nobody really is looking for Undertale anymore. And I've heard a lot of like people regret their phase of liking Undertale. So it's like, oh no, like I'll still sell it, but I wasn't expecting anybody to really want it. But my god, the amount of people that came by that yelled the name Sans and then followed up with, oh, it's sold out. It will forever echo through my mind and make me regret not printing more.
It was a lot, actually.
It was
At
so
first, I
much.
didn't know what she was talking about, and after she explained it to me, I noticed it way more. I thought, oh,
Yeah.
I see now.
Yeah. And then Papyrus sold out, like, right after. And then, not super long after that, Azrael also sold out. So I'm wondering if I should probably print more of them in
Yes,
upcoming
you should.
conventions. Yeah, I just always underestimate Sans Sans Undertale. No.
Yeah, and the majority of individuals that did know Sans were like really young kids or like early teenagers,
Mhm.
young
I can
teenagers.
I can understand like the teens because Undertale is their childhood. Because that was probably around when they were able to like start consuming media, and something like Undertale was really big and understandably so. It was
Oh
really
yeah.
unique for their time. And then I'm just surprised for like the younger ones because I thought it was too old for them. If you
Yeah, like
catch what just
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because I didn't know if like people like to watch back to older videos of what I assume YouTube is what like really blew up Undertale. So I didn't think, younger children would go back to older videos to watch those and like find games like Undertale and stuff. So that was surprising.
Dude, Undertale was like the same age as some of these kids. Like
Smash and
first
Deltarune. Wait,
Smash and Delta Run?
wait. Was there something Undertale in Smash? Wait, hold on.
I don't know this. What?
I don't.
I don't know this.
I definitely thought, yeah, like Deltarune would help it out because I also had a Deltarune print. Ah, okay, okay. It has a sand skin. Gotcha,
Oh, that would
gotcha.
actually make a lot of sense for like the younger generation,
Yeah,
the really young
maybe.
ones. Yeah.
It was probably yeah, Deltarune. Because a lot of them also, yeah, they recognize Deltarune as well. So makes sense, makes sense. But yeah, I will definitely reprint some of those for next convention. Unfortunately, I didn't get accepted into Otafest to sell this year, but I'm just gonna go as a attendee because I still want to go to a convention. But yeah, yeah. That's just a one little tidbit that I just noticed is the people passing by being sad that sad was sold out. It's it's still great though, seeing how like fandoms kind of work, how people still get excited, over these type of series, and I don't know, it makes me happy. I guess it's nice seeing people excited. Yeah, I believe that that is like most of the stories that we got. I
Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
pretty much.
Yes.
I
We
know
were
what.
going to go grab some hot pot today, but something came up
Ah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's not happening for a little while, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Well, what time does it close?
I believe it's closes at 10.
Ah,
Let me see.
yeah, yeah.
No,
I
let
was
me
like,
just
we could
double check.
still go, but it's already like 7 here.
Yeah, let me just double
Mm-hmm.
check. Oh no, it closes at 12 a.m.
Oh, if you want to go like later in the day.
I mean, that's true too.
Yeah, yeah.
I do. I kind of. Mm. I do kind of want to go. Fudge.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Yes, it's gonna be this. And then that right. And that right.
Oh, I guess one other small thing that we did after every convention day, uh obviously we had to have dinner, and while we ate dinner we watched Is It Cake?
Yes, I like that running tradition. It's cute. It's
It was really interesting because like we've seen that type of thing be done, but with chocolate mostly in the
Mhm.
Japanese show. But they have like a Netflix one now, and I don't know why we were just enraptured and we just watched we would just watch that series after con before we went to bed.
It was always an episode or two. It was great.
Yeah, man, my room was so messy.
Yeah, and then we cleaned it all up
Yeah.
within the same within half a day. Not even actually. It took us what 2, 3 hours. We got through everything. Got all the calculations
Mm-hmm.
done. Got all the things sorted, put away,
Yeah.
cleaned. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it was 8:30. We had dinner. Sat
Mm-hmm.
down, watched 2 episodes. It was like 10 or
It was
11
like
o'clock at night.
clockwork.
Yeah, we're like, "Okay, see you tomorrow." And we slept a lot though. Like we went to bed around what 11:30 or so,
We
and we
tried.
woke up. Yeah, we woke up and we slept. Both of us have slept for like 10 hours.
I slept mostly around 1 or 2 a.m.
Ah, I see, I
because I was
see.
like laying out. I was on my phone a little bit,
Hmm.
but I had no troubles passing out right when I'm
Yeah.
like I'm gonna sleep. I had no troubles just passing out. Man, I'm gonna miss convention.
Yeah.
This is the post
Yeah.
con depression
I
part
know.
where
It's
you're kind of
always
like
yeah.
at home realizing you're not going to be going to the convention the next day because it's over, and you're here being like, what do you mean it's over? Like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm not going to be lugging the luggage to convention? You know?
This little, you like you just get used to your routine, and suddenly it's
Hmm.
not a routine anymore. Like, oh,
And it's like, okay, well, what do I do now? No.
yeah,
I still have commissions to finish. Thank you guys for helping me with that because I needed those funds just to, keep me alive and okay during convention. So I will finish those as soon as I can. I am a bit achy and tired, but I will get to it the I guess as soon as I can. It's
yeah.
what it is. And then once I finish that, I may open them again just because I want convention funds for when I go to Odafest. I want to buy shit at Odafest. I held myself back from buying things at Expo, but I want to buy stuff at Odafest. So, uh, once I finish this batch, we'll see if I have time to start up another batch so that I can get some weeb goods, animu goods. We'll see if I cosplay. I do kind of want to. Well, we'll see.
I think it'd be fun if you're not. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the best way. Is like if you're not tabling, that's the best way to cosplay because then you not have to be tied behind a table and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And uh I well, your cousin's going with you for all 3 days, just a day, or which?
It's only 2 days this year.
Oh, okay.
Used to be 3 days.
Oh,
But
that's
I
interesting.
I want to go as Shinobu from Demon Slayer. Since I've had that cosplay sitting there for a while, I was actually gonna cosplay her, pre-COVID, but then COVID hit and none of the conventions were happening, so I just had that cosplay sitting in there. But the thing is, I'm freaking blind. You see, I need my glasses. So if I'm to cosplay, I need to purchase prescription contact lenses whenever I want to get, the proper eye color for the character. And this convention is, I've got like a month before the convention happens, and I don't know if they'll ship in time if I were
Oh,
to get them. So we'll see. I'll start looking into that after
mhm.
stream, and
Right.
we'll see if I can pull that cosplay together. If not, that's okay. If not, uh, I want more cosplay. But that's Jesus. It's not gonna make it in time, and it's expensive.
Yeah. I wish it was more affordable, but unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not much of a crafter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be having fun at Oldfest hopefully. I'm excited to get back to the convention scene as an attendee as well.
Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty great, it's pretty great.
Actually,
Yeah,
I haven't.
that's no.
Oh, sorry. I
You're
was gonna check out the Odafest website because I haven't checked it out in a hot minute.
I haven't checked if they had like any updates on guests and stuff.
Hmm.
We can probably take a look at that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's our story, and that's why we're just kind of like, I just wanted to get the stories out there. It's kind of a thing that after convention you want to talk about convention, right?
Hmm.
Like, but then you're sad it's over. Yeah, you're kind of like reminiscing on the moments and stuff. So yeah, thankfully this time around no horror stories, because usually something not amazing happens at convention. It never like ruins the convention in general, but then just sometimes we're usually like, uh. But no, this time around it was pretty okay, like pretty decent. Like we kept sanitary. We made sure to wipe things down whenever you could. Had sanitizer, had face wipes, had regular wipes. So we kept safe, had our masks and everything.
Yeah. We made sure
Yeah.
like everything was still, make sure things are still okay for us. Safe for other
Mhm.
people
Mhm.
and for us too. Obviously. I mean, we're gonna be around a lot of people and make sure everything's still wiped down. Things are
Yeah.
touched, they were wiped at the end of the day,
Mhm.
and to, just to be safe overall. Because you never know. I mean, I wouldn't say like people in general are dirty. It's just you really don't know sometimes
You just
for
never
people.
know.
Yeah.
Uh I mean, it's mostly that like these people are wandering in other places and they're like meeting other artist alley like vendor
Hmm.
people. They're going around, they're touching who knows what anybody else has touched, that type of deal. Just to be sure. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I always enjoy doing RSL. Oh, one thing, one one print that I did not expect to sell a lot of. Well, I expect to like sell a decent amount. That I'm shook is people really like their Alistair from Hasman Hotel. Understandable, he is fine, but damn, I think the the one that I was shocked most about was it was again a little child that recognized it, and I'm like, are are you
Oh
even
yeah.
old enough for these themes? That is Hazbin Hotel. So that shocked me a little bit. A flamethrower. Oh my god. Yeah, we're just burning everything down. Yep. No, they do not. Rightfully so, because, oh my god, that's super dangerous. I know a lot of cosplay that will light a flame.
Ugh.
Which we saw a lot of some really nice cosplay. Ugh. People and their dedication to, like, making these elaborate, intricate cosplay is just amazing. That kid got a future. Not really sure if it's a bright one, but a future nonetheless. It's true. But yeah, I believe that's the stories.
Yeah,
And I think
pretty much. It was a good time. It was
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
We had uh I think out of 10 experience, I would
Mm.
say this is definitely up there as like one of the better cons that we've
Oh yeah,
together.
actually. No,
The
I
best one so
think
far.
this year, yeah, this is the best con experience I've had.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Because
actually, that's true.
thinking
Mm-hmm.
back, there was always that one thing that was like there
Yeah.
was one negative
Yeah.
to like the conventions back in the day, and like, but this time around there wasn't really a negative in any way.
No, you're
Because
right.
like I also
Mm,
like had that one time where I was essentially tabling alone and was alone behind the table, so it wasn't really as fun.
mm-hmm.
So like nothing bad happened obviously on that time, but it just wasn't fun because again, I was alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think this is the best con experience I've had to date. Yeah.
If I
That's
can,
awesome to say.
yeah. If I can, I kind of want to. I wonder if I can buy tickets.
What, you want to go to Odafest?
Yeah, I kind of want to go. Well, it's on a Saturday. I can go on Saturday. Hmm.
Oh,
I can't go Sunday, but I can go Saturday.
girl.
That's
You want
true.
to come with?
That's true. Yeah, I can only come on a Saturday, but
Mm-hmm. This time we can walk around and have fun.
yeah, and I can go with you guys together. We can just drive together. I can drive us down
Yeah.
together.
Heck yeah. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Okay, I will figure this out. Probably closer to convention time. I have a little. Uh, I have 2 weeks. Okay, I'll figure it out in 2 weeks then. Cause yeah, I'm surprised it's only 2 days. Was there a reason why I decided to do that? That I don't
Probably
know.
COVID reasons.
Yeah. Okay.
Because here's the thing, they are a non-profit. So like to even get the funds to run for 3 days, I bet is really difficult. And like yeah, a lot of artists they had to refund a lot of the vendor tables and stuff and artist alley tables. So yeah, it must be financially rough for them. Don't push yourself if you don't want to go. Like it's it's up to you. Like it's not to die for you gotta go type of ordeal. It's only if you wanna.
Yeah.
I want to because like again, like haven't been to a convention in a really long time, especially as like an attendee. So,
Yes.
ye Otterfest, where we
Mhm.
meet all the otters. But yeah, I'm glad you had fun though at your first Calgary convention. This was definitely probably the better one to have as your first convention. I'm gonna be real with you
Yeah.
because they have uh, really fantastic guests and stuff. Um, my cousin got the autograph of the voice actress for Cora, so there is that. It's pretty great. But yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think that's all we really had to say. We're just kind of, I
Yeah.
just wanted to talk about a little bit.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
want to share stories to you
share
guys.
some
Just a little bit
stories,
of
you know?
insight. Yeah, a little instead of what happened on our end.
Yeah,
And
because we were kind of radio silent. I tried to message in the Discord when I could, but used up all my faster data while over
me
there.
too, apparently.
Oh my god. I have never in my lifetime used up all my 3G data ever. So having this happen to me for the first time, I asked people, how do you live like this? For the people who like use up their data so easily, and I'm like, how do you live like this with such slow internet? Thankfully, it didn't affect our card reader since we were taking like a card as well. Pandemic
Mhm.
wise, really has changed the dynamic on how people want to pay. Uh, Obviously there were ATMs there, but like easier tap and go.
Yeah. Would you say
Hmm.
about just under half of our sales were just through the card, I would say? Or would it be like close to like a third of our sales?
I think just under half, honestly.
We have, yeah.
It was a big chunk.
It was. Yeah, it was nuts. Way,
Hmm.
way more people using card nowadays, so
Yeah, yeah,
but
but
yeah.
understandably
Yeah.
so. Yeah. So that us purchasing that square reader was yep,
Totally, totally
really
good.
good. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're on stream there. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think
Thanks
we
for
told
tuning
our
in,
story.
everyone.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to our stories and not just us talk. I don't do this often because I don't
No.
really have much to talk about, you see.
No. Usually,
Mm-hmm,
it's funny interactions with chat and stuff, but
mm-hmm.
to actually have a proper sit down and to just
Yeah,
talk about
just kind of,
stories
yeah,
and the
tell you
well
guys
being.
about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Fill you guys in on, give you the artist side of Artist Alley for conventions. This was pretty great. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do this more often. Who knows?
Who knows? We shall see. We shall see.
It's always funny when you
Alright.
have interactions and stuff. All
Yeah.
right, everyone.
Thanks for
Cheers.
joining us. Yeah. Bye bye. I shall
Bye.
probably see you guys on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. The panel down there is down below and you just click it. Yeah.
All right, everyone. See ya.
Alright. Bye. Bye.